Hey people, just wanted to do a video that's a little bit different, something that's different from my channel, but also something that I've not seen on YouTube. There's a lot of fragrance reviews on the channel, but I haven't seen any of them yet who have done sort of high street fragrances, and that's fragrances from the likes of Zara, New Look, Next, Marks and Spencer's, etc. I went into a number of these stores recently. In fact, I went to all of them. I went to H&M, I went to Zara, I went to Next, I went to Marks and Spencer, I went to New Look, I went to a couple of others. What was the other one again? Another one I don't recall. Just to get a feel sort of the low end kind of cheap fragrances that are often clones of more expensive fragrances, just to see how good they are. Now there is a lot of talk in the community about the quality of Zara fragrances, and you're glad to know that a couple are going to make this list, but just as a disclaimer, this list is purely my opinion. So no doubt there'll be others out there that you'll want me to try and recommend, and that's all good. And just ignore those fragrances you see in the background there. They're not in this list, they're just providing a little bit of colour, a little bit of background for this video. The 5 I'm going to talk about now are going to be the 5 that I think are the best high street store fragrances. And we'll start with this one, and this coming up is Amber, and it's from Topman. Topman's part of the Arcadia group. It's a respected high street store, very cheap. This fragrance, Amber, is part of a sort of 3-part collection that Topman do, with one called Vetiver and one called Marine. This, as you can guess by the name, is very citrusy, it's orangey, it's well, it smells like oranges basically. To my nose, it smells particularly like Hugo Boss in Motion, a classic from 2002. Just because it has that mandarin, you know, that note of orange. Next up, number 4, and it is from that popular house of Zara, and it's this, it's Soul. Now this fragrance is a lovely fragrance, very clean, very crisp. It has been described by some people as being a clone of one you can see in the background there, which is Paco Rabanne Invictus. Personally, I don't believe that. It has a similar opening, but Soul is kind of a more softer, cleaner smell. Once it gets going, it dries down. It's almost kind of, you know, something that you'd expect to smell on kind of, you know, like clothing if it should be freshly washed. So, you know, very very pleasant. Next up, it's another Zara one, and it's called Weekend Till 3 AM. Now, being called Weekend Till 3 AM, you'd think it's some like club banger. Not really. Although it is very similar to a clubbing scent, in my opinion, which is Paco Rabanne's Black XS, which has been out since 2005, because it has that kind of sweet, fruity smell. It has a kind of strawberry note. Although the main note of this is pineapple, which has made some people compare it to Creed Aventus. Personally, I don't, again, see that as a comparison. The main comparison for this is a Bond scent, or scent of Bond, I think it's called Scent of Man by Bond Number 9, which is a more expensive niche fragrance. That's got more similarities to this, but for me personally, like I said, the first thing I thought when I smelled it reminds me of a sort of softer, more down-toned version of Paco Rabanne's Black XS. On to number 2, and this one is from Next. Spin that around. It's called Edition. I've only got quite a small one with this, 30ml. In fact, most of the 30ml, because I bought them for the purpose of this video. So I'll just zoom in there. This is a little bit different to many of the high street fragrances, because when it first opens up, it does have a similar note to a discontinued fragrance in Giorgio Armani's Attitude. Although the dry down is very lavenderish, it's very much similar to Carolina Herrera's 212. It's a nice scent, maybe not for daytime office use, maybe more for night time. Has excellent performance. I mean, this bottle cost £8. I think the 100ml is only about £12, and yet when I sprayed this on myself, 4 or 5 hours later, I could still smell it. They do make an Edition Extreme version, but I would suggest get just the normal version, because it's much better. The Extreme version actually is not particularly extreme at all. I'd actually say it's weaker than this original one. And like I say, for £8, who can complain? Then we come on to number 1. And this is from Marks and Spencer, and it's called Homme Noir. Now, Marks and Spencer do a fragrance just called Home, which comes in a gold bottle. With it in a gold bottle, you can kind of guess what it's similar to, and that is Paco Rabanne 1 Million. However, Home Noir is completely different. Nothing like that overdone clubbing scent that 1 Million is. This has more of a similarity, in my opinion anyway, to Armani Code Profumo. Although it's not quite there, because I've smelt them side by side. I do own Profumo. I've heard some people say probably nearer more to Code Ultimate, which is not a fragrance I'm particularly au fait with. But yeah, it's definitely got that Armani Code DNA, and so it's very nice. It's a very nighttime fragrance, you know. And again, longevity is fantastic. This is another bottle, 30 ml, small, but only cost £8. I've worn it twice, I believe, and so far, you know, the longevity has been fantastic. We're talking 4 or 5 hours for something that costs next to nothing and smells like something that is 5 times more expensive. Anyway, that's my high street list. We'll be doing a few more lists like this of fragrances I've picked up, so do tune out for them. But I hope you enjoyed this list, and hopefully it's given you a sort of insight to some of the other fragrances around there that you don't have to spend masses of money for and still smell great. Thank you.